Hey guys, I am here to show you how to create an assessment in Eduphoria. We have had many questions on how to create these and how to print Scantrons or have students take these digitally through their Chromebooks. So I'm here to answer those questions for you. And if after the video you're still not sure, please email me or message me if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to walk you through that or meet with you during a planning time to kind of step you through this process. As you know, unit tests are not available from curriculum, so these are a great resource for you to create for your classroom or for exit tickets, unit assessments, quizzes, however you would like to use these. It's great data to have. Okay, so when you log into Eduphoria, you are going to see the application home screen and click on Aware. Once you are in Aware, you will see your sections pop up, your tabs to the left side. You will need to go to the Assessment tab on the left. From here, you will need to click on Create a New Teacher Test. It now says Create a Test, and you have 4 options, but you will need to select Create a New Blank Test, which is the second option here. Then you will go to the next option down here at the bottom and click Next. This is not supposed to happen. Let's see if we can get out of here. Let's try that again. Okay, here we go. So we've created a new blank test, and we come to test details. First, you have to title your test. So I'm just going to call this Unit 1 Sample. And you'll choose your correct grade level. I'm going to choose 4th grade. And then down here, and you will click Next. From here, you select your course, elementary, 4th grade, and I will create a math test. And click Next down at the bottom right. It says I'm done, so I'm done creating my test, but now I'm going to need to add my questions. So I'm going to go and click Finish down here. And it'll bring me to this screen. So I have 4 tabs. This just gives my test information, what I titled the test, what subject it is. Down here is where it has your categories. If you are going to scan in bubble sheets or have the students take these on Chromebooks, you can set your percentages for data purposes. So you may set not prepared at 50%, needs improvement maybe at 65. We'll say 60. Satisfactory, that means passing at a 70%. We'll say prepared is at an 80. And advanced will be a 90%. And it's going to color code your data once you've scanned in those bubble sheets. This is just optional for you. If you're just going to have your students take a paper pencil test, you don't have to mess with these fields here. It gives you a box for instructions or any notes that you would like your students to see before taking the test. You have already chosen your curriculum, so that's already in there. And here is where you need to spend most of your time, your question tab. When you click on questions, if you would like to create your own question, you're going to click Add Question, and you can create a question of your choice there. However, most of you would like to use the test bank, and that is over here, Search Item Bank. So you're going to click on that. Some get here and get very confused because it looks blank, but you have to choose this blue arrow up here. That drop-down menu is going to give you all the student expectations for your grade level in that content area. So these are all the 4th grade math teaks. I want a quiz on 4.3a, so I'm going to select 4.3a and then go over here and search item bank. It takes a minute to generate. Over here, I can kind of narrow down my options. I can choose English or Spanish only or both. I can select what type of response I would like. A selected response is just your multiple choice. Numerical response will be your gridables. And your constructed response are free response questions where students are having to generate an answer on their own. Complexity level, low, medium, high, difficulty level, and your banks that you can choose from. So notice up here in the orange, it says TEKS Bank, Item Bank. Any items in this test bank are available for you to use. You can choose any of these. When you scroll down, you're going to see another bank. You'll see TEKS Resource System Item Bank. Curriculum is asking that you do not use these questions when you're creating your test because we are using these on CBAs throughout the year. Feel free to preview them and see kind of what's expected from your students, but we're just asking that you save these for curriculum to use. But all of the TEKS Bank questions, these right here, you can use any of those you like. So when you get to this point, make sure you're under TEKS Bank, and you can start previewing questions with the blue drop-down arrow. So these are all 4.3A. This is an easy difficulty level. There's the question. I can see the choices. If I like that question, I can choose this box right here. I'm going to add a few more questions. I like that one. I'm going to add that one. When I've chosen the questions I would like, I'm going to add selected down here at the bottom. And then I'm going to close that window. So here are my questions that I've chosen. It does say some information down here about what standard and if it's a readiness or supporting and what category it is classified under with STAR, but this will not pop up on the student's test. That's just information for you. So right now I have those 4.3A questions, but let's say my unit covered 3 objectives. I need to go in and add a few more. So I'm just going to go and choose the next TEK I want, maybe 4.2B, and search. Let me see. Let's try 4.2C. I'm going to close that. Try that one more time. Okay, so now it's working. I'm going to choose a few more questions, add selected, and close. Okay, so my test is now created. I'm happy with my test. And I'm going to go to the Advanced tab up here. So on the Advanced tab, you will want it to say, let's see, I think that's, if you want the bubble sheets, you're going to need to choose bubble sheet only. If they're taking it online, you can just have the interactive chosen. So that's your testing style, online or bubble sheet. I'm going to go ahead and select bubble sheet. And that is that. Now, the important part is you need to click save up here. So I'm going to save that test. If I'm going to print a paper copy for the students to use, I need to go to print and print test booklet. And from there, it would pull up my test booklet in a PDF, and I could print that out. You can also print your test key as well. But you need to make sure you've clicked save and that the test is active over here. It's not archived. You want it to say active. So now that I've clicked save, I have created my test and it is now in the system. From here, I need to go back to my Analyze or my home screen. Notice now it has a blue exclamation circle and it says test available. When I am ready for my students to take this test, I need to click test available. I see this screen. I just made this Unit 1 sample test. I'm going to click on that test. I'm going to choose what section I want to take the test over here. Choose as many as you want. And I'm going to Well, I'm running out of time, so just a minute. I will add one more video to show how to print your bubble sheets. See you. All right, guys, I'm back. We just left off at this screen where we clicked the blue circle, test available. It brings up my sections and I choose what classes I want to take my test. These are my 3 math classes, so I'm going to select these 3. Then from the bottom down here, you have your answer choices. Print answer sheets, that's if you want them to take it with a Scantron. You will not need the enter answers or use response pads, but you will need start online testing if you would like the students to take it on their Chromebooks or on a desktop. So if I want to print my answer sheets, I will click this. It's going to generate all of my answer sheets. Down here, there's my PDF. I just have to open those up. I can print them off. Carrie Langford did say if you use the Scantrons, when you're printing them on your copy machine, you will need to darken the ink setting, because if you want your testing coordinator to scan those in for you and get the data, the ink needs to be darker than they're typically set at. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to start online testing, you will click Start Online Testing. And it provides you a link that you can push out through Google Classroom, or you can just have your students go directly to that link, and you'll click Start. They will need to log in to take that test. Now that you've clicked Start, they can go to that link. It will bring them to a login screen. You will need their local student ID number, that 6-digit number, that will be their username. And their password should be the name of your campus. For instance, if I was at Crockett, the password would just be Crockett. And then the data will automatically be uploaded once they've taken it on their Chromebook. There's no need to scan in bubble sheets, and that data will already be there for you. And the test will be saved for you for years to come. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any more questions regarding testing in Eduphoria and creating those assessments, please reach out to me. And thank you for Joe. And I'm so happy that you were able to help me set this up for the teachers. So you're awesome. Thanks for your support and technology. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks.